Africans in this area did not know much about gunpowder. When Huntington was speaking, we didn't know about gunpowder. He's the one who came with gunpowder. Indeed, by 1900, the whole of Africa had been colonized because of gunpowder, except for Ethiopia. By 1994, the last European-controlled country in Africa, South Africa, had been liberated by the gunpowder of the Africans. So Africans are now to acquire gunpowder to chase the invaders. And the last one to be chased were the whites, the white domination in South Africa, 1994. A whole century had been wasted on account of promoting parasitism instead of symbiosis. The whole century from 1860s to 1994, fighting. In the last 64 years, ever since 1960, our movement, initiated by students, has been advocating for symbiosis instead of parasitism for actors within Uganda and outside. Let us concentrate on utilizing the progress of man in the struggle against oppression of man by nature, rather than using that progress in science and technology for parasitism. Let us expunge all ideas of chauvinism of identity, religion, tribes, race, class, social class. If you think you are right, what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. This is one of the English proverbs. What is good for the goose is also good for the gander. What is good for you is good for everybody. If you want freedom, if you value freedom, then you should value the freedom of everybody. If you value independence, if you value dignity, then you must respect the dignity of everybody. Stop manipulations and lectures to the societies that are different from yours. If you think you are right, influence people by example. If you think you are right, influence people by example. In the book of Matthew, you know here we take Christianity a bit seriously. So we believe in the in the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 16, it says, "Let your light so shine before men that they see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven." That's what it says. It doesn't say lecture people, do that. No, you do good things. Then the people will see that what you believe is good, and they will copy you voluntarily. With this posture, the world will be peaceful and the progress will be rapid. The Pope failed to maintain Catholicism over Europe by force, in spite of the wasteful 30 Years' War and the Spanish Armada of 1588. You know, when Henry VIII of UK wanted to marry another woman, and then the Pope tried to dictate, and then there was a split. Then instead of saying, okay, if you want to live Catholicism, you are free, the Pope tried to impose Catholicism, to maintain dominance of Catholicism in Europe by force. What was the result? 30 Years' War. The Spanish Armada. And he failed. He couldn't. He failed. Metternich of Austria-Hungary failed to stop the rise of capitalism and bourgeois ideology that had been started by the French Revolution in 1789. This man, Metternich, was a feudalist. So he saw the French Revolution as a threat. Then he thought he would stop it by war. And what was the result? Big problems for Europe. The Napoleonic Wars. The 14 intervention powers in Russia, when Russians took over, Russia was taken over by communists. Some countries wanted to stop communism by force. And they intervened. The 14 intervention powers in Russia failed to stop the spread of communism. Why fight ideas? They are beneficial. Adam Smith helped us by clarifying the ideas of the free market in his book, The Source of the Wealth of Nations of 1776, exposing the mistakes of the physiocrats and the bullionists. The former believed that agriculture is the only source of value, and the latter believed gold was the source of wealth. And Adam Smith helped the world greatly. And